Hi, my name is Isabel Hernandez, and I'm a therapist at Pediatric Psychology Associates. And today I'm going to talk to you about 5 healthy habits to help you cope with COVID, stress, manage school workload, things like that, all the challenges that all of us are going through. And so these habits I've found that really help my patients cope with whatever is going on in their life, and it makes them be able to go through all the challenges and all the different things that are going on. So the first healthy habit that I always like to talk about is hydration, making sure that we're drinking enough water. And that one is important because not drinking enough water can affect our mental health and also our physical health. If we're not drinking enough water, we're more prone to getting headaches. We're more prone to feeling irritable, again, because our physical body is not feeling its best. So really we want to aim for 8 to 10 glasses of water. And I know that that sounds like a lot, and how are we going to keep track of doing that? What helps me is carrying around with me a reusable water bottle and making sure that I'm setting goals to refill my water bottle throughout the day. So how does that work for you? If you take a reusable water bottle with you to school or wherever you're going, you can set goals throughout the day. So for example, take your water bottle to school and make the goal that you're going to refill it by the end of second period, and then again by the end of fourth period, and then by the end of sixth period. And really the goal is to have about 4 of these throughout the day. The second healthy habit is sleep hygiene. And so this one's an important one because if we're not getting enough sleep, it really affects our ability to get throughout the day, to do well in school. It affects our mood, all of these things. We want to be aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. And so what helps with falling asleep is having a healthy bedtime routine. That means we're unplugging from our phones 30 minutes to an hour before bed, because the blue light from our phones and our screens and computers and all of these things affects the production of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone that regulates sleeping in our body. And so if we're on our phones right before bed, it makes it so much harder for us to fall asleep. Also making sure that we're setting up the mood and the stage for us to fall asleep. So that means some people might listen to some relaxing music before falling asleep, or they might listen to nature sounds, might read a book, maybe drink some sleepy tea. All of these things could help. So if you're noticing that you're having a hard time falling asleep, don't stay all night tossing and turning in bed. Get out of bed, pick up a book, or do some sort of an activity that is relaxing for you. And then when you're feeling tired, get back in bed and try to fall asleep. The first couple of nights, it might take a while for you to actually fall asleep, but if you do this consistently, it would be so much easier for you to get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. The third healthy habit is making sure that we're eating right. That means we're having consistent meals throughout the day, not skipping breakfast, making sure that we're eating fruits and vegetables and proteins and things like that. I've heard from a lot of my patients that sometimes in the morning, if they're in a rush to go to school, they might not be hungry or they might not have the time to have a big meal. And that's okay. You can always grab something on the go, whether it be a granola bar or a banana, and just making sure that you're putting something nutritious in your body. The fourth healthy habit is exercising. And that one is a tough one right now because a lot of us that used to do team sports and things like that are not able to do that anymore. But making sure that we're exercising 3 to 4 times a week for 30 minutes, it's something that we should all set as a goal. So making sure that we're staying active and moving around, that has a direct impact in our mood, our physical health, and our mental health. And so when we're looking at exercising for 30 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be anything that takes too much planning or prep time. You could always just walk your dog around the block for 30 minutes, or even put on a workout video on YouTube or some sort of dance tutorial or something like that. Just make sure that you're moving around for 30 minutes. The fifth healthy habit, and the last one, and this one's a really important one, is managing stress, especially right now with everything that's going on. Some of you guys might be out of school. Some of you might be back in the classrooms. And so with all the added stress and all the changes, all of us are managing a lot of different things, more so than we ever did before. And so now more than ever, it's important that we're managing our stress. That means we have outlets and resources that we're using to let our feelings out instead of holding on to them. Talking to a friend, talking to our parents, journaling can be a really good way to let those feelings out as well. I like to use a lot of creative outlets such as music or arts. I usually, with my patients, we make glitter jars and we do all these things and use these tools to get our feelings out rather than hold them in. Also doing breathing exercises, meditations, progressive muscle relaxation, all of these things can really, really help. We'll be adding a list of resources that you guys can have access to so that you can use these tools in your day-to-day to be able to manage your stress. I'm really excited to be back at the Junior Achievement Fair. I had a lot of fun last year, and I hope these resources will be helpful to you through this time.